I am Amos Pimer is the other's name, and I work with the Favor of God Ministry, and I am a PBS field coordinator. So after long prayer and God's provision, this week we had a time to travel to Sudan. And you know, it is my first experience in Sudan. Number one thing with Sudan, what you need to know is it has been under war for the last 23 years. And everything in Sudan is has fallen apart. Everybody does what is right before him. They've just gotten their independence, and the law is never put in action. So everybody does. Killing is just is not a big deal to them. We took 11 hours driving through the way from Gulu, Uganda, to Torit, the town where to go in. It shouldn't have been 11, it should have been 4 hours drive if the road condition was good. But because of the road, so we made it for 11 hours. And the worst of it all, that day when we were going, there was a heavy downpour for apparently 4 hours. Somehow on the road, we could not make it. We have to engage 4-wheel drive, and then we push through the mud, and the mud could come up to the knee, deep in the car. And we make it until we came to a river. There's so many mountains in Sudan, and the rivers flow all the way from the mountain top to the valley. So when we reached a river, we found a river was overflooding. What can we do? Because the river was already high up, 1 meter high on the bridge, overrunning on the bridge. So in fear, because where we were, the village or the people around that community, they're like killers. So we went through the overflowing river. But then, as we got through that overflowing river, a vehicle that came after us immediately, the river came full than the size we were in, and this vehicle was flown away with the 5 people therein, but 4 of them were not found, but only the driver escaped. So now, as we crossed over the river, we made it to Toriti town in the middle of the night. It was dark, there's nobody, the phone calls couldn't go through, the network has disappeared. So when we reached Torit, we went straight to the guest house looking for a guest house, but even that be, when we reached the gate in fear, because people fear for their life, everybody lives in gate. So when we reached the guest house, we banged at the gate, and nobody could respond. So what we decided in that night, we have to lock the screen of our car and then sleep in the car until Wednesday morning. It was an experience that if it was not for the love that God, the burden that we had for Sudan, then it wouldn't have been. So we call upon everyone who hears and sees this documentation to pray for Sudan, because it is not an easy country at the moment, as Favor of God adventure in it. Thank you.